What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and in this video we are going to talk about the Tag Arena Tournament, and I'm going to tell you an easy exploit. I'm going to teach you an easy exploit for you to complete these tournaments very easy, because this is one of the game modes that most people hate, and in the past I was one of them as well. But as soon as you learn this exploit, you're going to be able much easier to complete all of these, and even for your daily grind it's going to be much faster for you to complete your daily missions, right? And I'm also going to tell you and teach you how you can increase your leagues, so for going from bronze to silver, silver to gold, and with that you can also get sacred shards, because as soon as you reach the gold tier you're going to be able to buy, I think is one sacred shard per month, which is a big deal, right? Any sacred shards that you can get for free, it's going to be a big deal, and this is all thanks to this exploit and exactly the timing when you should try to really progress and get to the next tier. So we're going to break down all that information so you can complete these events very easily. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends content, and make sure to smash that like button like a boss. Okay, so Tag Arena tournaments, I think they happen like once every 2 weeks or once every month, but they always include this type of gold coins, right? And these gold coins are going to be important because that's the only way you can get your characters easily, let's say that, at 6 red stars, and that's really game changing. In terms of the rewards, they are useful. Of course, you have some chickens, energy, gems, ancient shards, mortal soulstones. Not game changing by any means, but these are resources that you can obtain for free, and you have 3 days in order for you to complete these. The other rewards is the usual stuff. We have some gems, energy, charms, and books, and relentless gear. So it's whatever. But you can see that a lot of people, they are getting a lot of points. This is going to depend on which league you are on and if you are using this exploit or not. Because if you do, it's going to be extremely easy for you to complete all these milestones and reach these 3000 points, because otherwise it's going to be rough. Okay, so when you take a look at the Tag Team Arena, yes, you have this bar right here, right? If you are on the green, that means you are going to raise a tier. If you are on the red, that means you are going down a tier. And if you want to stay at the same level, you want to be on the yellow. And this is going to be important because your weekly rewards are going to be based on which ranking you are on. And you can see that there is a big gap between the gold and the silver, right? Just one level alone is going to increase your amount of gold bars by 800, which is a lot. And then you have also access to other rewards that you do not get otherwise. On top of that, you also get more gold bars per win, which is also going to be massive. Once again, as soon as you get the gold ranking, you can still use this exploit in order for you to keep getting more and more gold bars. When you go to the store, you can obtain energy, ancient shards, you have 3-star chickens, we have void shards, 4-star chickens, we have epic tomes, we have legendary tomes, and then there you go, you have the sacred shard, and we have a 5-star chicken, which is also pretty nice, let's be honest. You can value the sacred shard as $20, which is what a Plarium does. The legendary tomes, I think a single legendary tome is going to be like $7 or $8 or something like that. So any rewards that you can obtain from here, they are going to be extremely important, right? And then you have to see the value per dollar and the amount of gold bars, right? So for example, you should prioritize the sacred shard over the legendary tome, because the sacred shard is $20 and legendary tome it's like $10, but the amount in terms of gold bars is pretty much the same, right? So that's the type of mindset you want to have. Now, in order for you to get more gold bars, all of these, you have to change your defense. You want to make sure your defense is like the defense of these guys right here. And that's going to be the exploit that will allow you to win very easy. And this daily, it's going to be massive. I would even tell you that you could spend 15 gems, that at the end of the month, these extra 15 gems every now and then, especially on the last days, this is going to be the last part of the video, especially on the last days, this is going to be crucial. So you don't have to do this daily, but if you do it like 3 times per week, it's definitely something that you should consider. Okay, so once again, you want to change your defense. You want to make sure that you only have one character on defense, and hopefully it's not a very strong character. Like for example, this one, Leonardo. Last week I had just Shredder, and people were losing against Shredder. So you don't want to do that, right? You want to make sure that the character you are using is really weak, and you can even place it on the second place, so they don't even have an aura. You want to give as much as possible chances for your enemies to win, because otherwise you are not going to lose often enough. And if you are not losing often enough, you cannot use this exploit, because you always want to keep yourself on the red. So that's the first part of the video. So now we're gonna do just a few matches, and you'll see for your attack, of course, you want to use your normal teams, and you just want to destroy these as fast as you can. There is no reason to do otherwise. So yeah. Okay, so there we go. We are just shredding. Every day we have to do this 5 times at least, so we can get our keys for the faction wars. And it's something that if you are doing at this speed, it's gonna be great, right? You are taking less than 30 seconds to beat these, while if you are using your normal teams with your normal defense, this can take up to like 5 minutes or even 10 minutes if you are facing some very difficult matches. So you can see 78 points for the tournament and 100 gold bars. Okay, so there we go. We got 27 points for our rating. That's fine. That's what you want. We're gonna do a few more matches, but you always want to keep yourself on the red. If you are getting very close to 1,000 or even 900, you want to hold back a little bit and wait like 10 minutes or so, see if you lose some more matches, and then you can lose once again, just to make sure that you are staying on the red, and you refresh your enemies, and you still have all these weak-ass enemies, right? Every time you refresh, there will still be like some normal teams, maybe people that have normal teams without gear, but keep that in mind, right? You want to avoid those teams as much as possible. You don't want to waste your 20 free attacks per day with those teams, and then you end up losing for this reason or that reason. So keep that in mind. You don't want to fall for that mistake. You can see that we keep grinding that tournament. We still have a bunch more teams, but you can see right here. We have here a Nice, we have Makage, we have all these mythicals as well, Lazarus and Lazarius. And these ones you want to avoid. They might be here because they have no gear. For example, here, this guy, 400 the tokens, but with all these mythicals. So, or he's trying to recover, to catch up, or he's just without gear and he's just trying to scare people away, but probably he's trying to catch up. So we're gonna do a few more matches. Okay, we're gonna use the 15 because we are on the last days. So we have here the reset, 2 days and 13 hours, right? You want to make sure that on the last 2 days you are climbing up. You are climbing up, you want to get yourself at least on the yellow or on the green in case you want to increase your tier of rewards. So once again, we keep farming these, and these are going to still increase your points, right? Even that you are facing just one enemy, you still get the same amount of tokens. It's always 27, so why not? If you can face, so for example this one, we are facing 2 enemies, you'll see that the amount of tokens will be the same, or at least that's what I thought. So let's see if it's not the case. Okay, so we are expecting 27 tokens of tag team. Let's see. Okay, so this time we faced 5 enemies rather than 3, and we got 21. So this means that it's more based on the rarity of the characters, right? I guess that's the case because they are rares and not legendaries. So maybe that has a small influence on how many tokens you are. Or maybe that guy was just so low that it was influencing in a negative way. Okay, here we are facing these enemies, these legendaries, and this should put us back on the 27, 28 points like we had last time. 24. Okay, so I have no idea how we get more of this. But anyway, you can see that we are going up. We are almost at 1,000, and that means we're gonna stay on the yellow. And if we are on the yellow, it means we are gonna stay on the same tier. And if you want to go a little bit further, then you have to get to the green, which is around 1,100, 1,150, maybe 1,200. But you can see that, once again, we are spending like just a few seconds for each match. But because you are getting so many points, it's definitely worth using this exploit in order for you to manipulate which enemies you are facing. You do this over the first 5 days of the week, and on the last days, then you just put your normal team on defense, and there you go. So here we got 33 rather than 24 or 27 and so on. Okay, so you go here, then you have to set up your teams again. Unfortunately, there is no save, so you have to do it manually. It takes a little bit of time, but all the time you save throughout the week with these 10-second battles, it's gonna be worth it for sure. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to refresh the enemies. Because we are still on the red, we are still going to face a lot of teams with just one character. But as soon as you reach the 1000 mark, then you'll start facing full teams again. And once again, you want to do this when there are 2 days left, so you can reach the yellow or even reach the green if you want to increase your tiers. Finally, we're going to take a look at our tournament, and you can see that we were able to reach another tier of rewards. And with that, after we do a few more matches, we're going to be able to complete this tournament, getting all those ancient shards, mortal soulstones, chickens, and the gold coins, and so on. So yeah, this is absolutely massive, and this is something that you should start doing as often as possible, even if there are not these type of tournaments, right? Once again, you have to do your 5 attacks daily for your faction war keys, and if you do like this, you're going to save tons of time and less stress for your daily routine in Raid Shadow Legends. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. And as always, if you found the information helpful, make sure to share the video with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Raid Shadow Legends content. And I'll catch you guys later.